welcome to Highland, a Beavis and Butt-Head Rewatch podcast. My name is Kris.
And I'm Drew Mulkins. What up, humans?
Today we're talking about the episode Lawn and Garden, which aired on June 7th, 1993. It was the 19th episode, 19th short. I keep doing that. 19th short overall. This one's written by Mike Judge, and it opens with them doing some channel surfing, which is a signature Mike Judge opening at this point in the show. Let's see. They're surfing, and it's multiple versions of the same commercials for injury lawyers that they keep seeing they're on every channel, which is kind of a good joke in itself that was that common, or even now it is. So we sit here in Cleveland where the biggest celebrity in town is a friggin' lawyer guy.
Yeah.
Tim Misny. But that's the opening. They prank call one of them.
Yeah, they say that they've got their butt has a crack in it, and that's an injury.
Yeah, they need an
litigated
lawyer. When I was roughly Beavis and Butt-Head's age, I called a drug hotline, and I said, "Hey, I have a drug problem," and then I was like, "I'm all out of drugs, and I need more." Classic. I'm glad this didn't turn into a running bit where they did prank calls, because that you can see where that would very easily be a thing in the 90s with Bart Simpson did it so much, and crank anchors were very popular, and Jerky Boys, and it could have very easily gone that route with these characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that it didn't. This is another kind of the boys just mess up Tom Anderson's life. But this time around, I not going fully linearly here, but there's a bit. Okay, so Tom Anderson hires them to do some pruning.
Yeah.
And gives them a chainsaw to use, which what I'm saying is, at this point, it's Tom Anderson's fault. He's responsible for most of what happens to him. He can't figure out if they're the same boys that...
Yeah, he says they look familiar.
Yeah, and what I caught this time, Tom Anderson, is he's hiring these guys to do the yard work his wife wants him to do.
Yeah.
And then he's standing out in the backyard smoking and drinking.
Yep.
And I'm starting to think maybe Tom Anderson is an alcoholic and not a great husband at this point in the show.
Yeah. No,
this is his honey-do list.
Kind of a different... he's not exactly the same character that he ends up being later.
No, he also, just like all the characters on here kind of get more fleshed out and have, different personalities over the years. But, Tom Anderson at this point is not, I don't feel a whole lot of sympathy for him in this one.
No. No.
They're literally wearing the same clothes. They're not even dressed differently.
Yeah. Yeah. And he mentions specifically the events of Home Improvement, which is...
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Some continuity here.
Yeah, some actual unusual continuity in the show here. He referenced, and that's 3 or 4 episodes ago, 3 or 4 shorts ago.
Yeah.
And he brings it up again. Like, it's not just a throwaway. He says it again later. Oh, if I could get my hands on the boys that stole my riding lawnmower.
Yep.
So, they're on his mind even, and he doesn't recognize them.
No.
Which should tell you how he's not just drinking in this instance. He is drunk all the time, in my opinion.
Yeah. The beer, like, putting off the chores and getting to the beers does, as much as he talks a big talk about putting in a hard day's work and everything.
Yeah,
he's more about drinking the beers at this point in his life.
Yeah, he's pushing his work off on these kids in the neighborhood. And you get what you pay for, Tom. because they take the chainsaw, they start pruning,
Yeah.
and then realize, hey, it would be a lot quicker if we cut the whole tree down.
Because they don't understand how to prune a tree. And Tom didn't really explain it to them. They think they're supposed to cut all the branches off.
Well, there's also some talk of homeowners insurance, which makes them laugh. Homeowners.
Yeah.
Homo.
Yeah.
So they got some vague idea that they could get, like, that they're going to get paid a lot. If they just, they chop, the more pruning they do, the more money they'll make. So they're going to cut down the whole tree.
Yeah.
But then they just hold up the chainsaw and start headbanging, because chainsaws are so metal.
Yeah.
This is so weird. It's weird because this one has more going on than the last couple.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're getting through it quicker. Because it's just kind of like, it's just at this point, it's starting to feel like this is just a standard. It's a good.
Yeah.
It'll be, I don't want to say how many stars yet, but it'll be somewhere in the middle, like standard Beavis and Butt-Head episode.
Working for Tom Anderson's kind of a trope in and of itself, you know?
Yeah.
That's like, there's a handful of episodes that are this, and this is the second one.
Yeah, this is and to this day, this is the setup for so many episodes.
Yeah. Still,
and they're almost always funny.
The metal detector from the most recent season that's happened.
Yeah.
Is another example of exactly this.
Yeah. Yeah, him not recognizing them and everything.
Yeah, so this all is heading towards Blovis and Bustamante down the road.
And then they wander off with the chainsaw once Tom Anderson...
Well, no, they cut the tree down.
Yeah, they drop the tree. I guess we skip. Tom comes back, to see what happened because they've knocked a power line out with the tree and
there's like a whole chain reaction of like then knocking over power lines and power posts or
the telephone
poles.
Yeah,
and into people's houses. Way more destroyed Tom Anderson's house than it did last time.
Yeah, the tree takes out half of his house this time. So it is escalating at this point.
I wanted to mention, too, that the house is blue now, which is the color they were supposed to paint it in Home Improvement. So he's gotten that taken care of between then and now.
Yeah, he actually finished the painting job they kind of started.
Yeah.
They just put their names or whatever in blue. I
forget
what it was, but... Oh, yeah. He had to paint over all that. I don't know. Tom, he comes back and he's like kind of yelling, what did you do? And they're like, we pruned the whole tree. We pruned the house. And he's, blows his top.
Yep.
As per usual. And then they have this bit that they've inserted this into a couple of episodes as well, right?
I'm not. This was in an episode we just watched, but I don't know if it was actually part of that or if that was part of like the edit that we got.
Oh, from the stream that we watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll describe the scene.
This scene isn't in the Mike Judge collection version
of this.
No
other?
laughing.
Okay.
So I don't. I think that might have been a thing where the editor just kind of shoved it at the end of that one by accident, even maybe.
Well, the scene is they have the chainsaw back out. It's a very similar background that they use a lot with the water tower in the back.
Yeah.
I know we've seen that multiple for different scenes.
Yeah.
But so they're just doing like court for a grasshopper that they end up cutting up with the chainsaw.
Yeah. I sentence you to have your tweeter cut off.
Yeah, which also lops off the top of Butthead's finger.
He doesn't care at all.
And yeah, they think that's metal too.
Yeah.
Which, if we talk about this a lot, so if they have in the next episode, and we know it won't be, but his fingertip isn't missing anymore.
Yeah.
We either assume they're just cartoon actors and it grew back. This is just one of their abilities. Or we're moving out of this Earth and into regular Earth's D or G or whatever.
Yeah.
We're moving on because it's he'll have a new hand in the next one.
Yeah, he even thinks it's cool, and they do their air guitaring.
Yeah, with his spraying
with the
blood.
chainsaw, and he does not matter that he lost part of his finger.
And that is the button on the short is this. Yeah, them killing animals again. I guess it's just a grasshopper this time.
Yeah,
so it's not as bad as the frog.
It's
where they went after a dog with the bat at the end of that one. But it is another peek at their malicious side that comes out in these early episodes a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the killer. This is serial killer stuff. When you're killing things like this as a teenager.
Still, it's a step below taunting a guy with his own severed toes.
Yeah, it's not quite that.
It's not that, but it's still, and it still kind of feels like Beavis and Butt-Head. They're not themselves as we know them today yet, but they're getting closer, and well, maybe not getting closer, but something about this feels more like them, and maybe it's because it's a Mike Judge written episode.
Yeah, I think also the use of the music in this one. I just feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like I heard the theme song more during this episode, like as a background score. I could be completely wrong, but
I'm not sure either.
I would have to double check that actually. Something about this one felt more fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
And more thought out at the same time. There's just a little bit more going on.
There's this when you compare this to the last episode, the Butt-Head Experience, it's kind of night and day. You know, this is a story with a beginning, middle, and then an additional button that doesn't really relate to the story. But
now they have a chainsaw. And that's
ho ho ho.
How they get there. I did not read the music videos at the beginning of this. That's why this feels weird. Or like the timing feels weird. I will tell you the music videos in this episode right now then. Doctor and the Medics with Spirit in the Sky. David Lee Roth, Just Like Paradise. Kris Kross, Warm It Up. And Digital Underground with the Humpty Dance. Did you anything jump out at you in these? Did you make? I didn't make any notes for these videos.
Not really. The first one, the guy had kabuki eyebrows, and they made fun of the kabuki eyebrows. And in the Digital Underground video, Beavis is spreading a rumor that Humpty actually lost his nose in some sort of accident, or maybe it was Butt-Head that was saying that.
Oh,
and that, and then the other one says, "Oh no, that's a plastic nose," and then the first one says, "Yeah, he had plastic surgery." So that's like a joke, but yeah, these are mostly like videos where they just kind of liked them or didn't have much to say about them.
Two of them, three of these, I just was enjoying the song more than the commentary on them or anything.
And it felt like that's kind of what Mike Judge. There wasn't a ton of talking over these.
Just like Paradise. I know, and I don't like David Lee Roth. That's the one. I don't like Van Halen much, but
Yeah,
These
I've
other
never
songs I remember
really-
and I like. I loved Kris Kross.
Yeah.
I knew all the words to the whole album when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Um,
Warm it up. And it was a good video. They ask how did they pee when they're wearing their pants backwards. That's kind of funny. But yeah, there's not a ton.
not much here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to move into ratings?
Sure. This is a good one, honestly. We didn't have it, but it's funny, and there's a story, and Tom Anderson's really pissed in a funny way, and I'll go like 3.5. This is good.
I'm coming in a little lower, 3. And I know this is gonna be a trope that goes on forever.
Yeah.
But just at this point in this season, I'm indifferent on Tom Anderson in this one. I kind of feel like he's his stupidity is gonna fluctuate as much as theirs does.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Kind of has to for him to keep hiring them to do stuff.
I also, and it's I like all these. Even if I give it a 1, it's still a Beavis and Butt. That's why we're doing this. But did I say 3? I'm gonna come in a little lower.
Yeah,
than yours.
that's fine. I think I like this better than Home Improvement.
It's a better version of it than Home Improvement. Which I might have given more, but I think it was.
I think Home Improvement's more fun because of the Stewart stuff when there's no Stewart.
And the newness.
Yeah. There's.
If this and Home Improvement were further apart, I would probably like this one more.
Yeah.
But I feel like I just saw this a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, there's just not that much here. There will be way better versions of this later on.
Yeah, and I know that's I know this is if I'm already tired of the Tom Anderson hiring them for stuff trope, I'm in for a long series.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where when a joke can go too long and then you're like, ugh, and then it keeps going and you buy back into it again. I think that's going to be my trajectory with this.
I think we haven't gotten into some of the better versions of this.
Yeah.
Yet. We've seen this twice. I think this is the better of the two. But yeah, it could be beefed up a bit.
But all that to say, I'm still giving it a 3, which is pretty standard.
It's good. It's fine. It's a good episode.
I do. It is noteworthy to me that he references a different episode because you don't.
Yeah, that isn't something that happens too much going forward.
Yeah.
But here we have a full-on reference. We have continuity, which is very strange.
Especially when it just means the same Tom Anderson that just fell for it again.
Yeah.
And will for the next 35 years from here, but yeah, I don't know how to explain myself on that. But it's not my favorite one here, but yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
I think that's it for this one. Thank you.
Drive through.